Hello everyone, and today we're going to land on Mars. Names aside, you may be wondering, how are we going to get to Mars? Well, I mean, you clicked on a Juno New Origins videos, what did you expect? Now, to land on Cyl I, we're obviously going to need a lander. So right here is a simple lander that I designed. It has the exact amount of delta V it needs to land. So landing this is going to be quite tricky. This lander has a crew of 5, solar panels, and has 2 stages, one for landing and one for the ascent. As you may have guessed, the lander isn't enough to get back home. So here we have a command module that will stay inside Mars orbit. It has solar panels and can carry 7 druids inside of it. The final piece of the puzzle is a launch vehicle. Right here is the Prometheus 5. It is a launch vehicle I designed in my career save and is optimized to be as cheap as possible. Even though it's designed to be cheap, that doesn't mean it is cheap, because this thing is probably worth more than the diamond house I built in Minecraft. Since this is going to be done in a career save, I am going to accept a contract because money. Instead of boring you all with the launch of this vehicle, I decided to start the recording mid-flight. This totally has nothing to do with the fact that I play on the phone, and was lagging so badly that I couldn't record. After making it to low Drew orbit, I began to dock the command module to the lander. However, I did the generational mistake of hitting the stage button at the wrong time. Well, that's not good. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why quick saves exist. After quick loading, docking the 2 craft together, and deorbiting the remains of the PO5, I began to plan my maneuver to Mars. Due to the low TWR of the nuclear engine I'm using, I decided to do 4 burns at Drew periapsis to maximize the Oberth effect and save some fuel. After my escape burns were complete, I did a few correction burns in interplanetary space, and then I was hit with this. Well, that's 10 billion funds down the drain. After dying on the inside, I fired up my sandbox save and decided to do the rest in there. With the escape burns complete, the druids looked out their window as they saw their home planet get smaller and smaller. And eventually, they saw Mars do the opposite. After capturing around the red planet, fixing their inclination, and entering a parking orbit, 5 druids entered the lander and prepared to disembark. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for. At sunrise, the engine was lit. The crew's hearts were racing. They would be the first people to ever step foot on the red planet. But their triumph would come at a cost. An extremely precise landing. Even one mishap could lead to them stranding themselves, and they've bounced off the ground. Even one mishap could lead to them stranding themselves, and they're going way too fast. The crew's hearts were racing. They would be the first ever druids to step foot on the red planet. Even one mishap could lead to them being stranded forever. But after the dust settled, the Eagle has landed. They had done it. They were the first druids to step foot on another world. Through triumphs and hardships, through every obstacle that was thrown at them. On the surface, this photo was taken, titled "Desolate Yet Serene." Some back on Drew asked, Why do this? Why risk your lives for something ultimately pointless? To which the crew's captain, Yuri G, replied, "We are all stardust, and to the stars we shall go." After a total of 6 years in space, the crew finally entered Drew's atmosphere, and were greeted with a quite wobbly re-entry. But after the flames of re-entry settled, the parachutes deployed, and they softly splashed down in the oceans of Drew. Well, that's inconvenient. After splashing down, the crew was recovered,